Are you going to see any thunderstorms? And it's a little bit tricky. It's not as simple as yes or no. We've still got fairly low confidence with regards to where exactly we could see any thunderstorms pop up from Sunday onwards. And I'm going to try and explain why. So yes, over the last few days, we've had high pressure dominating our weather, lots of sunshine, particularly on Saturday, wall-to-wall sunshine in many places. But if we follow this through, if I just drag this later Saturday, notice we do have this slight little occlusion feature, little area of low pressure just towards the Bay of Biscay. And I'm just gonna switch that off, turn on our air mass temperatures. So what you notice if I play this through, later Saturday into early hours of Sunday, this little plume here starts to edge its way up towards the southwest, later on across parts of Wales. And if we just skip forward towards Monday, there is a risk that this potentially could become more widespread. So more widespread across England and Wales, this warm plume of air pushing up from the southwest. And when we tend to get this kind of weather, this warm, moist air, well, that can lead to the risk of thunderstorms. The only thing is, thunderstorms can be a little bit tricky to forecast because they tend to be hit and miss. So one part of the UK could be in glorious sunshine, whereas just a mile down the road, we could be seeing quite a heavy thundery downpour and quite a lot of rainfall, particularly if those thunderstorms are quite slow moving. You can get quite heavy outbreaks of rain for a couple of hours or so. So thunderstorms, hit and miss thunderstorms in particular, they're similar to water boiling in a pot. We know that bubbles are eventually going to reach the surface when that water becomes boiling, but it's a bit tricky to determine where exactly those bubbles are going to appear. Thunderstorms are very similar. So as we head over into Sunday, this purple shaded area here is where there's a good chance that we could see some thundery outbreaks. At first across Devon and Cornwall, parts of Wales during Sunday morning, and then later on pushing into Northern Ireland into the afternoon. But as I say, they're going to be hit and miss. So it could be sunshine, all of a sudden you'll catch a heavy thundery downpour, and there is a chance that we could see some quite heavy rainfall totals in association with this. This grey kind of shaded area, sunny spells, it's going to be very warm, but still a risk of isolated thunderstorms. So across a lot of England and Wales on Sunday, there is a chance. Then as we head towards Monday, notice this purple shaded area is a bit more widespread across the country, so it becomes even trickier to determine where exactly a thunderstorm could be. But there is a risk, hit and miss, as I say, but if you do catch one of those heavy thundery downpours, you could see between 20 to 30 millimetres of rain within an hour or less. And over 2 to 3 hours, there is a possibility of seeing around 50 millimetres of rain. So some very heavy downpours, particularly if those showers are quite slow moving, and this can lead to surface water impacts. Now, hopefully that rain lands in the right places where we're seeing quite dry conditions, farmland, for example. But still a risk across much of western Scotland, northwestern parts of England, elsewhere central southern parts of England and Wales, and also Northern Ireland on Monday. But this grey shaded area is the highest risk of impacts from where we could see these thunderstorms. And it's fairly similar as we head into Tuesday as well, this time more confined across southern parts of England and Wales. So from Sunday onwards, yes, there is a risk of seeing some quite heavy thundery downpours at times. There is a chance we could see some warnings issued over the weekend for thunderstorms, so keep an eye on our website and across our social media for those. But could you see a thunderstorm? Yes, possibly, but they are very hit and miss, and I'm afraid to say it's fairly low confidence where exactly those thunderstorms will be at the moment.